Let me say in the end, one key thing that Asuwaju assured us and assured Nigerians, for which I want to reiterate and re-echo here, is he wants to change the system. One of the things that militated against maybe the success of APC is its reward system. And Asuwaju promised to change the entire reward system of APC. In the past, people reap where they didn't sow, and a lot of other things. In one of our interactions with him in Abuja, a question was put across to him that how are you going to deal with the problems of monkey they walk, baboon they chop. And Asuwaju promptly said that we are going to kill all the baboons. And the people were very happy with that. Here, killing does not mean that slaughtering people, or no. That the system is going to be bottom-top and not top-bottom. That is, people are going to be rewarded from their polling units because that is where the action takes place. So everybody is expected to go back to his polling unit, contribute his quota, then that would translate into the success at the polling unit, success at the ward level, success at the local government level, success at state level, and the success at federal level. So even the PCC at federal level were asked, round up everything you are doing and go back to your respective states. I remember before he took off here, I told him that, sir, you promised to deal with all the baboons. And I want to tell you something that you have forgotten. Now, the baboons are of two categories. There is the field baboons and there are house baboons. So you only promised to deal with the field baboons. What are you going to do about the house baboons? He said they are the worst enemies. The house baboons are those people that hang around the presidential candidate and market people that didn't do anything. They would be drumming in the ears of the presidential candidate that so-so person is doing well in so-so place, when in actual sense he's not doing anything. So that when it is time to reap, now appointments are allocated to the house baboons or to the people sponsored by the house baboons. And he was very, very happy and appreciative of that suggestion and promised to look at it. So gentlemen, all I'm trying to say is I want to assure APC household that the president is in waiting is quite aware of these problems and the reward system is going to change. We were asked to provide names of agents. We were asked to provide names of people from polling unit to local government to ward level to local government and to state levels. And as I'm talking to you now, a whole database is established of various people that contributed in one way or the other towards the success of APC. I think it is quite easy. You see, it doesn't take a genius to know that when you have flat tires on a truck, all you need to do is change the tires. You know, and the moment the tires are changed, no matter how heavy the load is, the truck will roll. And if you have good engine, you are sure you are going to have a very smooth ride. And if the engine is bad, like in this case, then you look at how you can rehabilitate the engine and move forward. I don't want to even take too much of your time or the time of Nigerians in explaining these things. If you know Lagos, and you know what Lagos was, and you now compare it with what Nigeria is and the body Nigeria has, and how he's been able to change Lagos entirely from an internally generated revenue of, I can't remember, I have heard it several times, of about, I think less than $1 billion naira or so, to internally generated revenue of more than 30 billion before he left office. Asuwaju was the only governor that was able to run Lagos State without the funds from federal government. Lagos was strangulated, suffocated economically, but he was able to pilot the affairs of Lagos State, to the admiration of even his enemies. So I think the burden on Nigeria is not a burden that can suffocate Nigeria. All Nigeria needed is somebody that knows the correct levers to touch, the correct buttons to press, and the much needed leadership that one needs to. Nigeria is blessed with people, and that is one key thing that once you have, and not only people, but resourceful people, young men and women that can make things happen. Go over the world and see what Nigerians are doing in other climes. And all you need to do is, a resourceful person that can harness these resources and channel them, into meaningful avenues that can bring about the much needed results. So I don't think this issue of debt you are talking about is nothing when you have a committed and a purposeful leadership. That's all you need to change the whole thing. So, and once we have somebody that has that capacity, I'll give you the example of Kaduna State, for instance. Before the coming of Mala Nasuru, there were a lot of debts, and people talked differently about this, that, and everything. Go to Kaduna State and see what Mala Nasuru has been able to put in just 4 years. So the whole thing is about leadership. It is not about the amount or the quantity, it's not all about that. Within a short time, all these debts can be paid, and people can have a new lease of life, and things can turn around. And like I said, he is tested, and the result is there for everybody to see. So forget about what people say and the figures you read on papers and so on and so forth. A lot can be achieved, and I believe if he is given the chance and the necessary support, I believe he can do it. If he has been able, if he changed Lagos, I believe he can change Nigeria. Lagos is a representative, sample of Nigeria, and with the correct approach, the correct mindset, I believe we can change Nigeria, and Asuwaju, I believe, has the capacity, he has the potentials, and the promise, to change the country. So I don't think that is too much of a burden for him. That I think you are one person that knows me fairly well, and I say it the way it is. So when you started your question, you said the rumors have it that. And unfortunately, I don't react to rumors. I don't react to issues, unsubstantiated issues. You know it. That is my nature. So, for me, I would rather react to what I know. Asuwaju said that he has no friction, or there is no rancor between him and the president. And I want to take it for that. Because if there is one, he is one person that can say it. He has said maybe worse things than that. I'm sure you must have watched his video clip before the primaries in Ogun, where he bared his mind, talking about the contributions he made to APC, to individuals, and he called their names, and heaven didn't fall. And after it, he won the primaries in spite of all that. So I believe if he has reason to blame somebody now, he can come out and do it. Because before he does it, I believe he must have had his figures, his facts on ground. It's just like me also. I believe if I have reasons to say anything about somebody, no matter how highly placed he is, I can say it. So now that he didn't say it, like I said, I believe in sabotage. People sabotage systems for one reason or the other. So the fuel queues we see all around, Yes, you cannot rule out sabotaging them. I was at a point overseeing that sector. I know how it operates, and I know a lot of things about it. And the president doesn't have to, maybe, or to put it in another way, if it is the president that has interest in that, I'm sure the problem would be worse than, maybe 100 times worse than what it is now. So why not work with reality? Uh, he is not happy with the Naira reissuance as it is now. He is not happy with the fuel queues that are going on. I am not happy too. If I were to be in the Senate, I would have talked about it, and I would have talked about it in a more serious term than it is now. I'm not in the saddle. God will not ask me for anything. Aswaji is not. He has bared his mind. He is not happy about them. And he said there are sabotages here and there in doing it, and nobody can dispute that fact. But to say that Buhari is the one sabotaging him, I have not heard of that. If you have any evidence to that, tell me. I would call Aswaji after leaving this place and ask him, and I'm sure if there is, he has the reason, he will say it, and I will come back and tell you that, yes, he is accusing the president. For now, he didn't say it, so I want you to get out of the rumor palo and get into, yes, the reality of what it is. Let us all think positively. Let us all think positive, talk positive, act positive, so that we would change Nigeria positively. Talking about rumors, acting about rumors will not take anybody anywhere. There is a problem, and there is a problem, and you know there is a problem. The redesigning of the Naira is something that calls for concern. Where I come from, it has already affected my people, and affected them in no small way. Okay? And I have never seen where something like this is done anywhere in the world. You don't change money like that. You know, part of the problems we have today is as a result of changing of Naira, I think, in 1983 under the same Muhammadu Buhari. I don't know how it happens, but that was the time when a lot of people outside Nigeria lost confidence in the Naira, because people are holding Naira before in South. If you are going to what do you call this, Saudi Arabia, people used to go with their Naira. London, you can go to London and purchase anything with Naira. Now you change Naira and you just say within 1 week it has changed. Imagine if United States of America today says they have changed their currency, and you have just 2 weeks to change what you have in your hands, or you lose it. And give America another 6 months, their economy will crumble. Because the people holding the dollar outside America are much more than the people holding the dollar in America. Okay? So for somebody to, if somebody just comes out to say that this thing should be looked at thoroughly, I don't think he would be referring to the president and everything. So let us just stop at it is rumor, and I don't react to rumor. But when you get the facts, come back to me, and I assure you I will answer it to you, or I will get Aswaju, and Aswaju will answer it to you. For now, I don't think there is any rift in the APC. Issue of what do you call them? Hypocrites. You call fifth columnists. You say they are there. They are there in every human endeavor. Everywhere you find them. Our work is how to defeat them. And we defeat them every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month. And new ones keep resurfacing, and we keep dealing with them. And we will keep dealing with them until when we win. Till the end of time, you can never have a world of all saints. No. You will have good ones and bad ones. So our hope and is to get maybe to inch up the good ones. more than the bad ones. I think that is what we should be doing. So for now, Meharaji, I think if you allow me, I will say, if you are one of those people, please come back to where we used to know you. If you are working for the fifth columnist, please come back to the majority line. Come and we will take you along. Yes, let us think positive now and salvage Nigeria for the good of everybody.